Well, hello and welcome back to episode 43 of Minetest Gameplay. And today we are going to look at some more additions to the X Treehouse, and we are going to reveal the start of the castle. So, if you like what you see here, please consider liking and subscribing. It's greatly appreciated. And on with the show. So real quickly, made some additions, put in a dining room, did an interesting thing with these wool blocks. And I was able to do that by taking the wool block. We'll just grab one here, go down to our table saw, and you get all these wonderful different blocks. And I was able to come up with that. Now, it's lacking some detail of the other couches and chairs, but this opens up for some real interesting and creative things that you can do with it. And we used a different table and did an addition out at the pool. I finished the deck that goes all the way around the pool. And that turned out really cool because I got the detail of the underneath of the deck and the top. So we'll go look at that. So these are using the MyDeck Mod, and this is the end plate and the outer end plate and then the side plates. So it gave it a nice clean look, nice sturdy look, believable look. So we're going to come back in here. Let's go down to the basement. Yes, I put a basement in because I have a telenet. And so I played with this a little bit, and this can create a real neat kind of pit, because I always loved the idea of having a sunken living room. So I was working on not only that, but if you come in here and you can, let's grab one of these and we can grab a micro block. That's not what I wanted to grab. I wanted to grab that. There we go. So unfortunately, found out is that doesn't work. We have to go to the other side. So that looks really cool. You can make different combinations. The only problem is right there. So the issue that we have is there's nothing that will go right there. And unfortunately, you can't put the micro block there. Or you could put the micro block, but you can't add more. So it's one or the other. And, oh, yeah, that looks good. Where'd it go? Oh. Okay, this is starting to annoy me. So that didn't work. So it doesn't really. Why am I stuck? I got stuck in the couch. So you can create like an armrest and create some, contrast in there, but that's not bad. So like I said, it lends to different possibilities of what one can do with it. And this is gonna be a basement, like an audio video room. But let's go look at the castle. Now, it's only started. It's not even, this is what it's going to be, because I'm still not sure exactly what I want to do for the castle, but I'm sitting there, I'm tired of saying, well, I'm going to start that castle. So what I did, I'll take you on the outside real quick, but this is the castle walls. And there's going to be another floor on here. So we'll be able to do some interesting stuff with it. And it's okay. It kind of looks like a prison. So let's go out in the courtyard. And unfortunately, where I picked, there's snow on the ground. And when I started playing with it, so this was all experimental. I started putting up, I used those towers. And what I ended up doing was taking the towers and putting them, it's so big you can't even see to the other side. So I put the towers on here, and it was basically to experiment with what looked good. And it doesn't look bad. I'm going to get a better outside shot in a second. So, you know, I have the lookout posts, and, you know, we can, everything's connected. Well, this, that one, I forgot I have to put stairs in for that one. Yeah, they didn't line up all that well. So, and I have to put some grading over this. But it's not bad. Did that. I'm Superman. And there's some cave that I have to explore. So let's get a nice little overview of said property here. It's not bad. I thought this would be a good location. Oh, there's that kind of spawned in look, which will go away in 6,000 seconds. But it's got potential. So it's a start. And this might not even be the dream castle that I'm thinking about, because there's other things that I want to do with this. So here's, I started putting in the little trap doors and stuff. And this area, I have to do a lot of fixing in the area. I don't think I can get rid of the snow. The one thing that, and I did most of this with World Edit. So the towers are actually from the Insta mod, the same mod that the mansion came out of. And what I did with this one is I just lopped off the top. So it worked. But I'm kind of thinking I don't have enough room to do what I want inside here. But then again, there's no reason why there's not enough room. So on here, and you could, like, the castle walls are of different heights, because I even though I was pretty close in my measurements of, wow, there's a block missing. I was pretty close in my measurements of actually getting the top walls to go in. You can see that one's not centered. That one's not, but some of the other ones are. That it's fine. I had to stay with the cobblestone look. There's a darker stone and a red stone. And right here, there was this indent, or a gully. So I went across the gully because it goes to the other side. And what I want to do is put a water feature in. So I want to have like water originating from here and then flowing outside the castle and then down into this valley over here. And I know it's not the most secure thing for a castle, but there's some things that, you know, you can imagine that there's grating under there or something, you know, to keep to keep people out. But this isn't going to be a medieval castle. This is going to be like an old ancient castle that now is converted into a museum, let's say. So inside this courtyard area, obviously there's going to be trees and landscaping, and then in the middle is going to be the big house. And then some supporting buildings around the edges, and then you could use the walls to get through. I'm looking at putting in some like secret passages and stuff. And I want to use a bunch of Misicons and stuff from the Technic mod to add. I don't really want to use ghost stones, but I'm going to, because I want to create a moat with Minetest videos. I'm gonna have to go on the forums and see where the alligator, there are other servers where they have alligators. I need me some alligators because I'm going to put a moat in. I don't know how. But there's sharks. There is a shark. So if you come in here and type, there's a shark. Cool. Of course, it doesn't have laser beams on it. If you get that reference, Mike Myers. And so this is going to be the theoretical front where I'm going to put the gate in and then have a moat or the river running around it, and then ghost stones most likely are going to make the drawbridge, because I saw a real neat way of doing that where you can sort of make it look like a magical drawbridge, and that will be cool. So what would be really neat is that the opening here has ghost stones in it. Everything's closed up. And when you flip a switch, the door would disappear, but the bridge would appear. And that's not too hard to do, because all it is when one has power, it's invisible. And the other one would be fed from a NOT gate, so it wouldn't have power, so it would be visible. And then when you threw the switch, one leg would go to each, a leg would go to each feature, and that would turn on and off the features. So it's doable. Of course, the 2010 door kind of looks a little out of place in a medieval 1800s or 1600s castle. And it took a little while to do this, even though most of the walls were done with World Edit. It still took about 2 hours to do this, which was kind of strange. But I've already gotten lost in it, trying to figure out, okay, where am I? And I have to do something about these ladders. So other than that, I think it's a great start. And like I said, I'm going to have different, 2 different levels on here. So there's going to be lots of fun stuff to play with. And even a dungeon. That will be cool. So there's the start of the castle. Finally. Where'd that block come from? Now to find my way back. I think this is the way out to the courtyard. Yep. This is another entrance to the courtyard. I do not know what that mineral is. But I don't like it. It is Alturo lump. Okay. And this whole area is screaming for a fountain. And I'm going to oblige it. So this is cool though. The more and more I play around with it, the more and more and these doors and everything are from the castle. So there's a whole bunch of stuff to play with in the castle mod. So there's jail doors, there's chains and light blocks, and these around the top of the castle and around various areas there's these blocks that have cutouts in them. So if I take one stone brick, I can't read that. But let's see, that one is the entrance, or no. I don't know what that is. Let's see if there, with hole. Okay. So we take that. Let's go on the outside of our said castle. Huh. Okay. That's good enough for me. So that was meant to have, put weapons through. And that's what that one looks like. And then we have this one. So this way, your lookouts were protected. But they still had a way of protecting, the castle. So that's kind of neat. And there's another one with, I think that one's the arrow. That one's similar to the other one, but it was so that they could shoot crossbows and arrows through there. I think we'll leave that. Why not? And I have some tweaking to do on it. Like this area. Cobblestone. There we go. I kind of like the look of it. It's got a medieval look, but yet it's going to be made into a more modern. It's going to be modernized a little bit. So, like I said before, it's not going to be a strict medieval castle. Oh, you see, I kind of ruined that. Oh, good. Because I don't want to get rid of this ladder yet. I kind of need it. And there's some blocks that have to get replaced. But yeah, the more and more that I go through it, the more and more I'm starting to like it. That's imagine in real life trying to heat something like that. It's not. That's not good. And it looks like it could be a kingdom. So you got the one side facing the water, and then, you know, so that's protected because it's a sheer drop cliff. And I'm going to have to see how the house inside looks like, because that's going to be done up. It's going to have to look, that's what the castle is really going to be. It's going to have the spiral or spires and all the cool stuff of like a Disney castle, but not too cartoonish. So that's the plan of it. But I don't want it to completely look like that it's medieval. So just going to have to wait and see I don't know what that is. Shark. I was throwing a shark at it. So that's the basic overview of the castle. And the finishing touches on here. And one of the things, I'm not really too worried about the castle not turning out, because the idea is that it is for, I'm just going to see what happens with it. So I planned it out a little, I did a little planning on it. Of course, it's off a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. And it's really about how I want to push what I'm doing. So everything that I do is either modify an existing house, or I come up with semi-cool houses like this house, but it's a block house. Uh-oh. There he is. There's our shark. And I want to get away from it. So, you have the house like Serenity and the mansion where I've gutted them or completely added my own tweaks, or, oh, look, there's another garage with a supercar in it. So even though it fits and it looks good, the castle is going to let me try something completely different. And if it fails, that's okay, because I can turn that into basically whatever I want. So if it doesn't work out, I can redo it, or just play with it enough to get it to where I like it, and then find another place to put my dream castle. So no pressure on it. That's an ugly looking shark. It needs a laser beam. It needs something. I don't know. I wonder if it'll attack me. I kind of can't leave it because I think he's going to eye up those penguins. Sharks like penguins. They make great appetizers. I think we should get rid. Oh no. I poked a hole in my pool. Okay, Mr. Penguin, you can come out now. The shark's gone. Oh, look at this. I added a door from the pool area. So that works. And I'm not sure if I showed in the last episode the deck. I think I did. I showed this deck, but the inner deck here around the pool wasn't done. So let's go back in one more time. And I really love that detail. So it fits. It looks realistic. So, I'm in the water. So I got a lot more ideas, and everything's coming together nicely. I'm really digging this couch. I think I know the rule, the rules are about the nodes, but I really wish you could finish that L. And unfortunately, in here, there is a block that sort of looks like it, but you can't get it to lay right, and it's thick. So no matter what I did, it just won't lay right. But we have this one, and this one's kind of interesting too. And I just killed all of them. So this one, I gotta see how I can use that, because that's kind of cool too. There's a lot of uses for something like that. And then you have this one. So now where this one fits, I should have actually put it on the end here. So you could actually have, if you needed someplace where, let's say this was just straight and it goes to here, and then you could take another piece and go off of here. You use it in like a huge building or an airport or something like that, where you could have the seating go, follow around and do something really interesting. So there's a lot of cool uses for that table saw, and that I gotta play with that. Yeah. So that's, yep. Disabled. So that's, there's a little more work, but it's nothing major now. Now all the major stuff is done. Now it's just putting in furniture or putting in rooms, finishing the basement, because I want to put an audio video room in the basement, and do more with those wool blocks. And the wool blocks are in all sorts of different colors. So like I said, I want to get away from, I want to start designing my own houses, and just nothing, not just block houses. I want to expand on, I want to come up with something like Serenity, and it'll happen, but I'm still extremely happy with how this world is turning out. And I have to do something. Hi, bees. I have to do something with this area over here, with this house. And I wanted to put like a water feature inside, but it would be too messy. But that's where that castle comes in, because I think I can really do something really cool with that. And this, I want to get the interior sorted. So I do like it. I mean, this house, this was my design. And that castle area just screams for a water feature, for a fountain. And I need to figure out what I want to do with this huge room, how I want to divide it up, how I want, because the views from this are absolutely fantastic. I just got to figure out what I want to do with it, and then make a video on it. So, all right. So we're going to keep this episode real short. And every time I say that, I always go off on one other thing and don't focus on, don't focus on anything. So that's going to be it for this video. And if you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing. It's greatly appreciated. And so I started the castle, got the treehouse moving along, It's a good day. So thank you for watching, and everybody have a great day. Goodbye.